I said some really good stuff too, you guys, during that whole
Yeah.
meeting. So welcome everybody, and we are so excited to be ending this month strong. We have 2 days left, and we have lots of things happening. So trim sticks are happening right now with the new flavors out, and you get the option to buy the bundle. And we have the Gut Collective and the Glow Up are still on the 30% off. And of course, we're doing that for the big launch for the XMD. If you haven't registered or aren't going to a party yet, make sure that you get connected with somebody to go to one of the parties for the launch October 11th. And I know October is going to be super exciting. We have some fun things happening on our September shift page too. So if you didn't get in, haven't gotten in there yet, make sure you hop in there and see what's coming for October. And we appreciate all of you hopping in and responding and commenting and sharing in there and responding back to partners and customers and inviting your customers in there to take part. So don't go away from that page. We have lots of things that are coming in over the next couple of months and stuff. So anything else, Fred, that you think of? Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to kick it over to Melissa.
Okay, well, I would be amiss if I didn't just say, was that not the most awesome video ever? I am so excited about our promo video, and I hope all of you saw it because it's going to transition us straight into October in that group, because we were just like, well, we did a whole month of September and I just don't know, but we just decided with everything going on in October that we really need some product education. We really need peptide education. We really need partner education, all the things. So we are transitioning from September shift to the X impact, because we are going to make an impact not only in our lives, but in so many lives of people we don't even know yet. So make sure to get in there. We're going to do it the whole month of October, just like we did every day. I mean, I'm so excited. It's a lot of work. So your job is to help us comment, help us navigate questions, help us get people excited, and all the things. We cannot do it by ourselves. So we need everybody commenting, because these are your people that you're adding. They're your customers. So we need you to get really, really involved in that, because we've got everything done already through through ZingFest. So I'm telling you, it is exciting. And one more thing that Jan did not mention for housekeeping is you got 2 more days to get people's orders in, because we've got a grand prize drawing in that group, that for every order placed, you fill out that Google Doc, and we are going to draw a name, and whoever's name we draw gets their order reimbursed up to $250. So if they order over $250, then they get in twice. So make sure you get your people in, fill out the Google Docs for all the orders that came in from the 26th through the 30th through tomorrow. So, y'all, this is such a great training. I'm learning so much myself, and it's based off of Sarah Robbins' book, the Multiplier Method. But we're kind of taking a different turn on it. And did I make you a co-host, Jan? Can you make sure you help me with the mutes so I don't get squirreled? Because if people start talking, I get squirreled and I can't remember. So, week 1, we talked about modeling. We go first. Week 2, last week, Jan and Greg did oh gosh, my phone is almost dead. Last week, Jan and Greg did a great job of talking about mentoring and walking beside somebody. This week, we're going to talk about multiplying leaders. We're going to talk about teaching people to teach, because addition is good, right? When you get people signed up, but it's never going to create freedom. Multiplication, that is what changes everything. Because when you multiply, you create leaders who carry that vision with you. So y'all know that I do a garden every year, ever since we've come up here. And one tomato plant, or we actually do the watermelon seeds, or now we're doing potatoes. But one plant gives us the fruit or the vegetable for that season. But at the end of the season, we take those seeds, we dry them out, we take the stuff and we save them for next year. And next year, that one plant is going to completely multiply. So that, you know, you can get one person can go out and give you so much harvest. And multiplication is something by God's design. I mean, he actually says be fruitful and multiply, right? So it's not necessarily the exact same thing, but multiplication is what you're wanting. Addition creates income, right? But multiplication creates wealth. Addition depends on your own effort, but multiplication depends on the effort of a lot of people. So leadership has three levels. We've already talked about the three: the modeling, which is watch me, the mentoring, which is walk with me, and then the multiplying, now you teach it, right? So most leaders stop at the mentoring. So for some reason, people are just like, I'll walk with you. But if you have me do something on my own, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I'm good to walk beside somebody. Also, I can mentor somebody and walk beside them. But oh Lord, what am I going to do when I teach them? How do I teach them to do what I'm doing? You know what I mean? So most people stop at the mentoring stage. When my dad was teaching me how to drive, um, the it wasn't, you get your learner's permit and then you start getting on, you remember that first time on the road. And, I was with him in the car when I had my learner's permit. And then, he's like, hands you the keys and he's just like, okay, go, and you're just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what do I do? But I had to make that decision. I had to take responsibility. So he could have kept driving me everywhere and he could have stayed in the car with me, but he had to push me. He taught me how to do it. And so at some point you've got to quit enabling them to do it and empower them to do it on their own. So our job isn't just to walk with people, it's to push them into responsibility so that they can create that vision for others and carry others. So I want to spend a second talking about enabling versus empowering, because that was a huge mistake that I made when I first started this business. I thought, if somebody had a job, even it didn't matter if I was working, I wanted to make things easier for my people. I wanted my people to not have to put so much effort in and not for it to be a burden on them. And so I enabled them a lot. I did a lot of it for them. I would do calls for them. I would do posts for them. I would basically run their business for them. And what happened is when push came to shove and my business got too big to run two businesses, they failed because I never taught them how to do it on their own. I never pushed them out of the nest. So when you enable somebody, it's really a disservice because you're doing it all for them. But when you empower them, that's showing them how to do it and then letting them do it. Enabling obviously is faster because you already know the steps, so you can get it done, but it slows that duplication that they have to learn. Empowering feels slower at first, but it multiplies leaders for life. And I'm just going to pause real quick because we don't have slides, and I'm sorry because it was my fault. Jan made all these beautiful slides and I changed everything about an hour ago, and I was trying to change the slides myself, but I'm not good at that. That's why I surround myself with people who do things better than me. But I gave her like a 10-minute notice and I was just like, you know what, screw it. We're not going to have slides. So y'all going to have to listen fast and write fast because I got a lot to get through. So, where was I at? I was at, empowering feels slower, but it multiplies leaders for life. So think about when you teach your kid to ride a bike. right? You go behind them and you hold the seat, and you keep doing keep to make sure they keep their balance. So you keep your hand on the back of the seat, right? But one day you have to let go of that. You can't just keep running behind them. They're never going to learn. So you wobble, they sometimes they fall, but eventually they find their balance. And because you let go, you empowered them to do it on their own. If your partners can't move forward without you holding on to the seat, then you're not empowering them. You are enabling them and not doing them any kind of service. You're actually doing them a disservice. So make sure that you are letting go of that seat. Make sure that you are pushing them out of the nest. Make sure that you're just not doing everything for them, that you're actually letting them try things on their own, letting them fail, because failure, we all know, is what creates um, success. You have to fail in order to succeed. And another thing, complicated does not duplicate. I want you to write that one down. Complicated doesn't duplicate. If your business depends on your personality or your creativity or your long explanations or your knowledge of the products, or you could just keep going on, all the things that are up here in your own head, it's going to stop with you. But if it's simple, if it's something that a kindergarten, I always use, when I use Chat GPT, I always tell Ralph, I was like, make this so easy that a six-year-old can understand it. If what you're teaching is simple, then it's going to spread without you. A welcome post, make sure it's a copy and paste template. Invites, one-liner scripts, products. When somebody's learning a product, move them to the app, because all of that product information is there. They can click on it and send. When they're talking about the business to somebody, give them those landing pages, show them where they're at, so that way they've got the tools, they've got the things that they need in order to empower them. And they don't have to know everything. They don't have to know the 5, 6, 7 years of knowledge that you've come to know in order to do their business. They can do it from day one because of the tools that we've put in place and because of the processes that we have, in order for a brand new person to take it and go and feel confident about what they're telling somebody, because they've got everything at their fingertips. But if they think they have to know everything, again, it just stops them, because we all know a confused partner does nothing. So it cannot be complicated. If you don't hear anything else, you've got to hear that. Make it stupid simple. What is that? That little, is it KISS? Keep it stupid simple. So the next thing is exactly what we're talking about. The tools are more powerful than the talent. When somebody's first getting started, if your team thinks you're the expert and they have to be like you, they're going to freeze. But if they see the tools as the expert, then they've got everything at their fingertips in order to duplicate. So the number one tool, well, top two tools, boards and your Singular app. They have access to both. And don't give them a board that's just like, bleh, that has everything. We have completely simplified our board. I've got everything that's confusing in one that says advanced. It says advanced partner. So make your board simple. Make it organized. I've got one that says new partner, and it's got 4 posts. That's it. And it's a landing page. And step 1 gives them the information. When they're done with that, it goes to step 2. It gives them instruction, tells them how to use the app, tells them how to use boards, tells them how to use the landing pages, all the things that they need in order to succeed. It's right there at their fingertips, and it's simple. Have them do the Learn Library in the app. Let them make sure they know how to use their Singular app. I love that tool. I love that you can send it straight from your phone. I love that it links to their website. I love that it's not confusing. If somebody wants to know something about the gut products, they can send it straight from there. It links to their website. Nobody gets lost. So make sure your new partners know how to use the tools that we have. The community, you've got to plug them in to the community. They've got to feel a part of something bigger than them. I think that's probably the number one thing that the people who stick with this, they get involved. They learn the people. They become just a part of a family, and it is a family. That's when they feel like they're a part of something, they want to continue to get involved and show up and be on the trainings, and just so they can see their friends. I mean, don't y'all love seeing each other every week? I love seeing all y'all. So get them involved in the Zingular community. Get them get them on the phone with people and introduce them so that those relationships get built, and that gets established, and those people are known. So you want your partners to feel edified, and the best way to do that is let them be loved on by a lot of people other than you. And one of the examples I have of this is, like, if you come from a broken family, instead of like having like the best thing in a broken home is for the parents to get along, because I mean, a kid can't have too much love, right? You got this family loving them, you got all these people loving them, you got these new people coming in, and if they feel that love, then they're going to succeed a lot more than somebody who is in the middle of turmoil. So make sure you get them in so everybody can love on them. And the next thing is, your goal is not to be a hero. Your goal is to raise heroes and create heroes. So here is your duplication formula. It's 5 steps. Are you ready? Number 1, I do it and you watch. Number 2, we do it together. Number 3, you do it and I watch. Number 4, you do it to somebody, you do it by yourself. And then number 5, you teach it to someone else. So I do it and you watch. We do it together. You do it and I watch. You do it by yourself, and then you teach it to somebody else. That's your 5 steps of duplication. When Kinsey came over, well, they came over, they were here last week, I don't remember, but her and Drayton, so Garrett likes playing on his Switch, but Kinsey and Drayton love to help me cook in the kitchen. So we decide that we're going to make cookies. So I got the stuff and everything. I got it all out, and then I get it in the little cups, and Kinsey loves to just take it, and I have to take her hand, and I have to, help her dump stuff in, and then the egg, and I help her break it and dump stuff in. Well, Drayton, he just turned 6. I don't have to help him anymore. He already knows the stuff's there, so he's just dumping crap in the KitchenAid. And Kenzie's over here, but I'm having to help her, show her how to crack an egg, and just the stuff. It's like, but you know what? She's 3, so a couple more years, I'm just going to be able to lay it all out, and she's going to take it, and she's going to dump it in. And then Drayton, actually, now he goes in, he turns the KitchenAid on, he gets his spoon, he puts them on the tray. I mean, he knows how to do them now. So, but he wouldn't have known how to do that unless I did it with him. And I did it. He watched me to begin with, then we did it together. Now he's doing it and I'm watching. The next step, a few more years, he's going to be able to go in the kitchen and make those cookies by himself. So you see what I'm saying? It's just like that, everything duplicates. So, and I'm going to pause here a second too, because we've got ZingFest coming up. And if you are on here and you've been here every single week, we told y'all to begin with that these trainings are advanced trainings, and these are for people who really want to grow their business. And you all have shown up. You've been here every week. But listen to me, ZingFest is not negotiable. we've got 2 events a year. You have got to make Zingular a priority, and ZingFest cannot be negotiable. This is not just another event. This is the event. There is going to be an entire day of nothing but this new launch. And you're not going to get the same effect secondhand. Things are going to be missed. Things, everything's not going to be relayed like you're going to hear it at the time on the 11th. You've got to be on that. Whatever you got to do. You commit to it, you register, and you show up. And if somebody has a in-person party near you, show up and be around the people who are going to get you excited and get you fired up about it, so you can talk about it, so you can talk about your strategy, so you can collaborate with people. The best way to get a new partner to start multiplying and start duplicating, get them to an event so they can see, like, this is how we're going to do it. This is what's going to happen. They'll get the instructions so they can take the instruction and do it. Leaders are born at these events. And if you don't have if there's not somebody doing an event near you, host one. You're all leaders. You don't have to wait for somebody else to do it. Just say, I'm going to have one, here I am in this little town. If anybody wants to show up, and if no one, no one that's established in Zingular wants to show up, invite 2 partner prospects. Say, come over, we're going to have this event. We're going to learn all about this XMD. I want you to be a founding partner with me. So, okay. Events, you get that belief that you can't unsee. So that's why I wanted to stop. That is huge. You've got to be, that can't be a negotiable. It's got to be non-negotiable. You've got to do it. If you want to multiply a team, you've got to get people at events. You've got to get your partners, your prospective partners, anybody that's curious, because that's where your momentum is going to be ignited. So, okay, let's get back. Culture is the soil multiplication grows in. Recognition builds belief. Celebration keeps people engaged, and gossip destroys duplication. The culture that we have built, where there's no drama, where everybody helps everybody, where, we're all one big family, one team, one dream, that is what you want to promote. That's what I was talking about. People want to be a part of something bigger. So you have got to create a culture for your own team that mimics what the perfect team that you want to be a part of. If you don't have a good culture in your upline, create it right now. Do not allow drama to be a part of anything that you're a part of. Do not allow negativity. Do not allow hatred. Do not allow anything unethical to be a part of your team. Your team starts with you and goes down. Your team does not start with your upline. Your business starts with you and goes down. So you've got to celebrate effort, not just rank. You've got to protect unity, and you've got to speak belief into your people. You've got to create the culture that makes them want to be a part of something. There's so much crap going on outside the world. Make your team and your business be something that they can't wait to get to, because it's so different from anything that they're a part of. Okay. The next one is multiplication isn't a one-time push. Multiplication is something you have to practice daily. It is a habit. Every single day, you've got to check in with your people, teach duplication skills, and recognize people publicly. That's the 3 things you as a leader need to do to the people that you're duplicating to every single day. So check in, teach one skill, and recognize one person publicly. So you don't grow a garden from one planting day. It grows row by row, seed by seed, water by water, sunlight by sunlight. You've got to do all the things, but it's got to be done daily. Your team multiplies the same way. So you've got to do all the things. Okay. So we're going to put multiplication into motion. So we've got some action steps for you to take this week. Want you to teach one partner how to do one skill this week. One that it can be something you're good at. It can be something that you're not so sure that you need to learn yourself. You need to go into the landing pages. And if you don't have a landing page, let me know and I'll send you mine that you can copy and put into your board and send it to one new partner to help them onboard. Invite one partner to lead part of your next training, whenever that is. One new partner, lead part of your next training. It can be 60 seconds. It can be whatever it is, but push them out of their comfort zone and quit doing it all yourself. And then the next thing is I want you to recognize 3 people publicly for something that they've done. It doesn't have to be a new sign up. It can, hopefully it is, but it doesn't have to be a new rank. It could be that they added people to your testimony group. It could be that they called you. It could be that they did something, that they learned the new skill that you taught. 3 different people. Want you to recognize them for something. Multiplication doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you're intentional. So how do you know who's ready to grow? How do you know who's ready to get kicked out of the nest? These are the people that follow direction. They show up on calls. They ask questions about how instead of just what. They take initiative without waiting on you. And they respond with action and not just say, I want it. They're actually responding. That's how you identify somebody who is a potential partner, is when they're actually not just saying, hey, I'm your next executive. I don't know how many times in my life I've heard that, but they're not showing up. They're not being on the trainings. Those are the people. That's how you identify them, as the ones that do the things instead of just saying the things. So you've only got so many hours in a day. Pour into the people who are showing you that they deserve your time. You cannot waste your energy dragging people who don't want to move. That's a hard truth, because you believe in people more than they believe in themselves. But if you are continuously trying to raise the dead and trying to bring people back from the brink that don't want to move, then it's only going to break your own back. Because I can tell you, dragging people is a hard thing. And you've got to have partners. You cannot grow this business without partners, because if you try to carry it all, your business is always going to be limited by your own time and energy. You could work 40 hours this week, or you could have 10 people work 10 hours each. That's 100 hours of impact versus your own 40. More than double what you could do by yourself. I don't know what the saying is. The effort of 10 is greater than the effort of 100. I don't know. What's something like the effort of 100 is greater than the effort of 1, or the effort of 10. I don't know. Either one, it multiplies, Jesus didn't carry his mission alone when he came to the earth. He multiplied himself into 12 disciples, who multiplied it into 70, who multiplied it into thousands, who've now multiplied it into millions. Think about Charlie Kirk, his one voice. Look at how that one voice has multiplied. That's how movements are made. You've got to multiply. You've got to go out to the masses. So you've got to ask yourself, are you going to stay in addition mode? Or are you going to step into multiplication? Addition is safe. It's you doing the work. It's you carrying the weight. It's you hustling. It's you doing it nonstop. But multiplication is leadership. It's raising leaders. It's releasing responsibility, which is so hard. That was the hardest thing for me because I am a control freak, but you've got to release the responsibility and you've got to empower them to build something that lasts. So that's what I got for you. This is the X impact. This is where movements are born. And this week we're going to step into multiplication, and you got to do the dang thing. You can't just sit there and listen. So again, I'm going to challenge you. Take the information that you've learned tonight and put it into action. Don't just leave it in a notebook. That's going to do you no good. You're showing up and you're listening. So take it and apply it and use it and teach somebody and bring people with us. So next week there should be, what do we got right now? We've got, oh Lord, we've got 25 people. There should be 50 people on this Zoom next Monday night. Everybody should bring at least one. So that's what I got for you, Jan.
All right, that was awesome. And guys, next week we'll be talking about retention, and let's keep people around. They want to stay with us. Let's give them a reason to stay with us. And that's it. We have some exciting things coming, and we feel the momentum, we feel the push, and it is time. And I know we've been waiting for it, so I'm sure everybody else has been too. And so it's happening. So
I know. Does anybody have any questions or anybody have anything that they want to add? Or we don't usually open it up, but we're really early tonight. Anybody got anything? You guys going to have a amazing month end. Just got tonight. Don't stop tonight. And then all day tomorrow. Give it a month end push. So.
And it's strong.
Melissa,
Yes.
when we recognize 3 people, does it have to be on our team or can it be other singular people?
Be anybody you want. Just recognize 3 people, but you're trying to multiply your partners. So you want to
Right.
trying to empower your partners, but 3 people publicly. I think the more people that you can recognize, I love recognition. So I think that, that you can't recognize too many enough, so if you got people outside your team, do 6. So, all right. Anybody else got anything? All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and close this out, and I'm going to declare Ephesians 3:20 over all of you. God is going to do exceedingly and abundantly more than we can think or ask because we honor him. His blessings are going to chase us down and overtake us. You're in the right place at the right time, and I declare a boldness to rise up in you. God is going to open supernatural doors. People are going to seek us out, and we are going to rise in the ranks because we give him the honor and glory. I love you guys. Have a great one.